Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Mawile. Mawile obviously used to be a very commonly used Pokemon, having amazing typing and also having a Mega Form with the ability of huge power, doubling that attack. Now obviously it is no longer that case, it is no longer available for its Mega Form, at least not currently. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we will see in the future. But that is a completely different discussion, so let's get into talking about Mawile and the sets that we can have currently. So, on here we have, first of all, a Life Orb Swords Dance set. Very typical set for me to use, but it always does the job, and the better thing about this is we have Sheer Force as our ability, meaning we get the boost from Life Orb, but we don't get the HP deficit, so we don't lose 10% of our health each time we use an attacking move, which can be really handy in so many different situations. Now, Swords Dance will double your attack power, so that's really good in itself. We've got Iron Head, which is a strong steel stab move, which is good, and steel hits a variety of different Pokemon. Play Rough, a powerful, powerful fairy type move, which hits a variety of Pokemon to support super effective damage. I apologise. And fairy typing is obviously just a very OP typing. And then I have Thunder Punch as a little bit of a variety move on here as well, just allowing you to have that little bit of extra support there. Now, EV's gone for max HP and max attack with an adamant nature, so more attack and less special attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. That's the idea here. Set a Swords Dance up, you should be able to live a hit because you're relatively okay on your defenses. Or if something's set up, you probably won't be able to live a hit, but you've got the options here. Definitely something you can use. You could possibly even use this in Trick Room if you wanted to. I'm not sure how amazing it would work. It's not quite slow enough, but if you gave it a Brave Nature, it could potentially work. And that is the first Mawile. We've got the second Mawile coming up, which is much more of a support set. So on here we have Stealth Rocks, meaning that you can set up some hazards for Pokemon, prevent a lot of switches from happening because some people, particularly like me, will switch out their Pokemon quite a bit, and if you set hazards up, that will limit them quite a lot. We've got Toxic, which is a transfer-only move, so either I would recommend using Play Rough instead, or having that transfer from Toxic, or seeing if you can get something on Pokemon Home, for example, but you can't guarantee they are legit, so do be cautious on that. But having Toxic on here will allow you to start racking up damage on different things. It will stop setup sweepers a lot, because they won't be able to necessarily set up, and if they do, they're on a limited timer with Toxic, so that can be really helpful for you. You've got Knock Off, which is a powerful Dark-type move. Obviously, can get rid of items, and a lot of Pokemon become a lot less scary when their item disappears. And then Iron Head, a strong steel move, just hitting a variety of different Pokemon. Now, for some reason, this saved when my internet just went down and changed from Intimidate to Hypercutter. So, we have Intimidate on here, lowering the attack power of opposing Pokemon. Again, really good support Pokemon in this aspect. And we have Leftovers, allowing yourself to heal up as well. For UVs, I've gone for max HP and max defense with a Impish Nature, so more defense, less special attack, and 4 EVs in attack, just boosting that Iron Head and potentially Play Rough a little bit more. The final Mawile, which is a Dynamax set, I have put a Choice Band on here. You could also do Sheer Force and Life Orb, again, if you wanted to. That is entirely up to you. Obviously, all sets do have a little bit of variance in them, so you can do whatever you want, but Choice Band normally gives your attack power 1.5 times and locks you into your move you're using. But when you're Dynamax, this is not happening, so you have options that you can use here. If you're using this in a Sand team, you can use Rock Slide, which will turn to max something, I can't think, max Rockfall, I think, which will set up a Sandstorm. Now, if you're running a sand team, so if you have an Excadrill or anything in the back which has Sand Rush, for example, you can then set up that Sandstorm quite nicely. You've also got Iron Head, which will allow you to raise your defense, or defense of your ally if you're running this in doubles. You've got Brick Break, which does max Knuckle, increasing your attack power by 1 stage each time you use it. You have got Play Rough there as well. I can't think what Fairy does on top of my head, but I don't think it's as good a max move, but if you need it for the variety, you can always do that. EV-wise, I've gone for max HP and max attack with Adamant Nature, so more attack, less special attack, and 4 EVs and special defense. I have put Hypercutter on here just because you don't really want your attack being lowered, especially if you've just Dynamax, you've just put in all that effort. You don't want things like Incineroar to come in and then cause issues for you because they keep on intimidating, or even a Gyarados or something, or anything that intimidates. You don't want that to come in because some people will just swap that out and then swap it back in, and then you've just wasted your Dynamax. That is all from Mawile. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.